we started this album in 2022, I think, or 2021. We had gotten it most of the way done, but then, as everyone knows, Sufjan got sick with Guillain-Barré syndrome, and everything kind of came to a full stop. During that time, we couldn't work on anything. We were supposed to finish the album a couple weeks after he had actually gotten sick. I was kind of faced with the choice. It was like, do I want to push this thing along by myself and finish it knowing that it's not going to sound the same, or do I want to wait? And the obvious thing was that I just wanted to wait. I knew that this was a project that was not mine. It was ours together, and I wanted to see it through together. And I've made enough records in my life to know that every creative project has its own timing, it has its own outcome. It's kind of like you're collaborating with the project itself. So we stopped, and he has a good community of people around him, and I was able to be part of that and kind of see him work his way back to health, which ultimately resulted in us being able to get back into the studio. And yeah, he said to me one day, we should think about finishing your record. And I was like, okay, here we go. So we wrapped everything up. Well, we were about 80% of the way finished when he got sick. When he was finally healthy enough again to work on the record, the only difference was really that, he was in a wheelchair at the time. And so I would just push him up to the microphone. And then he would play his parts. I mean, he's an incredible musician, and there's so much muscle memory in his body that even though, some of the nervous system stuff wasn't behaving, he was still able to perform everything that he was imagining. So I don't know, he's kind of an enigma that way.